Perfect. Okay, so today we will be playing with the blocks, okay? Just kind of seeing what you can do with them, bringing them into the practice in different ways, all right? They will be in the practice throughout pretty much the whole practice today, all right? If at any time you're kind of tired of them, just push them to the side, all right? You'll still be doing postures, you'll still be doing the practice, okay? You do what kind of suits you this morning, okay? Good. And then for both of the blocks, what I want you to do is move your props towards the front of your mat, okay? Just so you have easy access to them. And then blankets and things like that, I always like to put kind of middle to the front, all right? That way, say you come into a high lunge or a low lunge prep, you can easily access it, all right? And it's not at the back of the mat. Good. All right, so we will start today standing. Bring a block with you. Good. Okay. Come towards the top of your mat. And then begin to kind of shift around. Find where your sweet spot is, where you want to settle this morning. You can kind of sway side to side in your feet, maybe rock back and forth. And then begin to let gravity kind of hold you down. Good. Once you've found your sweet spot, take your block and bring it to your center. You can wrap your hands around it. You can hold it in between your hands, whatever feels good to you. And start to soften your gaze or close your eyes. And just taking a moment to connect. Connect to your block. Connect to the space. Connect to your body. And then if you haven't already, begin to connect to your breath. Begin to deepen and slow down the breath. And even begin to imagine that you're sending the breath all the way down to the soles of the feet. Every inhale travels down through the back of the throat and through the lungs, the belly, and then extends with its energy out through your limbs, out through the soles of the feet. Every exhale is almost like you're committing your body, your spirit, your mind to this moment. And as you're settling into your breath, as you're connecting to your breath, I want you to begin to connect to the block that you're holding. And begin to think about your dharma, which is your purpose. Maybe it's your purpose for being here in Tulum. And I want you to start to plant seeds in your block. Allow those seeds to be filled with compassion, with strength, with your will. And allow those seeds as well to be filled with laughter, playfulness, the willingness to explore and step out of your comfort zone. When we begin to kind of follow our path, follow our dharma, our purpose, having all of those elements, strength, compassion, commitment, will, drive, willingness to laugh and explore. And we need all of those to support us as we move forward. So fill that in your block so that at any time when you need it during this practice, you can tap back into whatever element you need in that moment. Stay with your eyes closed, or you can softly begin to open them. And gently place the block in between your inner thighs. You might have to reset your foundation with your feet. Once you have that, begin to squeeze the block, hug from the outer thighs in. Beautiful. Almost like you're filling the block with even more strength, compassion, playfulness. The block is accepting and giving back. Stay with the focus on your breath, and on your next inhale, just gently sweep the fingertips up to the ceiling. And then exhale, release them alongside your body. Good. Again, inhale. And exhale. Good. One more time, inhale. And then as you exhale, gently come into a forward fold. Good. Stay here, let yourself dangle. Keep hugging the block in between your inner thighs. Good. Okay. As you're hugging the block, I want you to try to split the mat apart with your feet and just notice the sit bones, notice anything that shifts. Allow the back of the head and neck to release. Maybe do some yes and no's to tap into that space. And then begin to send your heart down towards the mat as you send your sit bones up to the ceiling. Good. On your next inhale, on your fingertips, extend the heart forward. Try to drag yourself forward with your fingertips. Come into a half lift. As you exhale, bend the elbows and fold. Let's do that 2 more times, working with the breath. Inhale to find length. Heart extends, sit bones back. Exhale, we soften, bend, and fold. Good. 1 more time. Inhale, extend. And then exhale, soften and fold. Good. Okay. Staying on the tippy toes or on the fingertips, start to tippy toe your feet back and then plant your palms and move your body into a downward dog, staying with the block in between your thighs. Good. Okay, just noticing, experiencing any sensations. You can shift around the hips. Maybe softly bend the elbows and then press into the mat to take the bend out. Good. Just noticing the first downward dog, exploring. Come back to your breath. Okay. And then on your next inhale, wave your body forward, come into a plank. And then use your exhale to wave your body back. Good. And continue to move with the breath in this way, finding your own rhythm, your own pace. Okay. Every time you wave forward, all right, you keep squeezing the block, you find maybe a bit more rounding in through the back. Every time you wave back, you allow the heels to settle a little bit more. Good. Beautiful. Mm-hmm. Let's take 3 more rounds this way, connecting to the breath, connecting to the movement. Mm-hmm. Good. And then on your third round, shift your heart forward. We'll stay in plank. Activate the hands, claw at the finger pads, draw the upper arm bones back. Keep the block in between your thighs and either release to your knees or bend the elbows and lower all the way down to your belly. Good. Tops of the feet down. Good. Okay. Reset the hands if you need to. Beautiful. Keep hugging the block in between your inner thighs. Okay. Good. Hands are alongside the rib cage. No, alongside the rib cage, exactly where you were. Yep. Good. Okay. Try to drag yourself forward with your hands. And then gently peel the chest away from the floor on your inhale. And then as you exhale, soften and release back down. Good. And then do that again. Inhale, rise from the back of the heart. The head is the last to lift up. Exhale, release. Good. One more time. Lift from the back of the heart. And then exhale, release. Good. Keep squeezing the block. Tuck the toes under and either press straight back up or come to your knees and find your way into your downward dog. Hips go up. Inner heels go down. Hands are active. Claw at the finger pads. Good. Okay. Try to press the mat forward and feel what sensation that gives you. Beautiful. Keep hugging the block in between your inner thighs. Lift the heels, lift the hips. Okay? Keep trying to press the mat away from you. Beautiful. So that the upper body doesn't shift forward. The upper body stays exactly where it is. Good. And then begin to tippy toe the feet all the way to the hands. Keep the hips lifted as high as you can. Once you get to your hands, release the heels down. Good. Okay. And then you can gently start to heel toe the feet away from one another to release the block. Okay. Place the block to the side of your right hand. Okay. And make it baby bear side down and lengthwise. And then take the opposite block, the other block, and place it on the other side of your mat. Good. Okay. Almost like little kind of gates. Good. Once you have that, place your hands on the blocks. Okay, so they'll be placed about shoulder width or whatever your width is where you feel comfortable. You can place the palms at the edge of the block. That will give you a little bit of traction. Beautiful. On your next inhale, extend your heart forward. And then as you exhale, start to walk your feet back and come into your downward dog. Okay, and just notice. Beautiful. Okay, so if your hand starts to slide, reshift your hand so that it's at the back edge of the block. Good. On your next inhale, lift the heels, lift the hips, shift your heart forward, roll forward into plank. And then as you exhale, reverse that. Hips go up until you come back into your downward dog. Do that 2 more times. Work with your inhale to shift forward, and then use your exhale to shift back. Beautiful. Good. And then once you've completed your 3 rounds, stay in downward dog. Lift the right heel towards the ceiling, and then step the foot in between your hands. Release the back knee down, okay? And then keep the toes tucked under. You can use a blanket underneath your knees, and lift the knee, shift it back, release it, and then slide it forward. So the hands are on the block. Good. Squeeze the knees towards one another, and extend the heart forward. Beautiful. And breathe here. And then allow the hips to get heavy. So we find a little bit of length into the back leg, the hip flexor. Good. Okay. Beautiful. On your next inhale, lift the back knee, and then use your exhale to step the front foot to meet the back. Come into your downward dog. Other side. Extend the left heel to the ceiling, and then step the foot in between your hands. Notice the clearance you kind of get with the block. Okay, once again, release the knee, use your blanket, okay? And then readjust. So shift it back, slide it forward, squeeze the knees towards one another, okay? And then allow the hips to get heavy. Belly draws in, heart extends forward, gaze is soft. Okay, notice where your tongue is sitting. If it's kind of trapped at the roof of your mouth, release it. And then once again, notice any sensations. Hello, Fidelito. Okay, on your next inhale, lift the back knee, and then use your exhale, step back to downward dog. Good. Okay, keep your right hand on the block. Place the left hand on the mat. So just move the block to the side a little bit. Good. Okay. On your next inhale, shift your heart forward. Either come with full body or to your knees. Lower, bend through the elbows to chaturanga. Tops of the feet down, hip bones down and forward. Cobra. And then tuck the toes under. Send your hips up and back. Downward dog. Good. Let's switch hands. So place the right hand down. Left hand on the block, same thing. Shift your heart forward. Okay. Bend through the elbows, chaturanga, tops of the feet, hip bones down, cobra, lift from the back of the heart, and then find your way into your downward dog, either through bent knees, pressing straight up. Beautiful. Keep the left hand on the block. Raise your right heel to the ceiling, and then step the foot in between your hands. Release the back knee down. Okay. Find your low lunge knee again. So we're down, and then we shift forward. Good. Okay. Press into the block with your left hand and float the right hand up to the ceiling. Good. Beautiful. Okay. Now allow a little bit of fluidity to come into that front hip, that front knee. You can allow it to press or move away from your chest. Okay. Don't worry about keeping the sole of the foot down. Good. Belly draws in, heart extends forward, gazes wherever suits you. And then take a deep inhale here. Fill all the way to the fingertips. Use your exhale. Release the hand down. Okay. Lift the back knee. Step back. Downward dog. Okay. Release the left block. Bring the right block in underneath the hand. We'll do the same on the other side. So left heel raises. Step the foot in between the hands. Back knee goes down. Good. Make sure you're on the top of the knee. And then press into the block, float. Left hand to the ceiling. Okay, so same idea. All right, belly draws in. You can find a little bit more fluidity. Allow the left knee, the left hip, okay, to move to the left side of the mat or room. Good. Okay, think of your breath reaching all the way to the toes and fingertips. Good. Okay. Take one more deep inhale here. And then use your exhale, release the top palm to the mat. Lift the back knee, step back. Downward dog. Good. Release the right hand from the block. Okay. Shift your heart forward, bend through the knees, lower into chaturanga, cobra, upward facing dog, and then hips up and back, downward dog. Good. Beautiful. All right. Okay. Bring the block back in. Sorry, I was thinking for a moment. Bring the block behind your right wrist. Okay, and bring it a little bit more towards the center. Okay, you'll readjust as we start to move. So, Mary, look at me. It's here, behind. Yes. Okay. Raise the right heel up to the ceiling, and then step the foot on top of the block. Wow. Okay, good. Once you have that, you may need to shimmer the back knee or the back foot behind you a little bit. Come onto your fingertips, good. And then move from the back knee. I want you to gently start to bend it down towards the mat. Just as it's about to touch, we lift it back up. And then do that again. Bend it down towards the mat. And then lift it back up. Good. One more time, bend. It's like a little kiss. And then we lift, stay with the lift, squeeze the feet towards one another. Come on to the left fingertips and float the right hand to the ceiling. Good. Beautiful. Notice here. Keep squeezing the feet towards one another. Lift the back inner thigh and back hip. Belly draws in, heart extends forward. Gaze can be where it's comfortable for your neck. Yep. Okay. Good. Take one more breath here. And then use your exhale. Turn the palm forward. Release the hand to the mat. Step back. Downward dog. Okay. The step off is always a bit funky. Okay. And let's move the block to the other hand. Good. Okay, so place the block behind the hand. Raise the left heel to the ceiling, and then step the foot on top of the block. You may have to adjust. Good. Once you're there, okay, reframe your feet with your hands. You may have to snuggle the right foot back. Good. And then squeeze the feet towards one another. Okay. Notice where you're settling into your weight. So if you're settling into the fingertips, try to lighten that load. Okay, draw from the strength that you put in the block, tap into that. Okay, so back heel lifts, back inner thigh lifts. Everything squeezes towards the midline. Good. Now let's do those little dips. So dip down and barely touch, and then come back up. Good. And then do that again. So think of moving only from the knee. All right, so the hips don't shift down, the belly doesn't shift down, and feel what that does. One more. Good. And then stay with the back knee lifted. Place the right hand, come onto the fingertips, and float left hand to the ceiling. Good. Keep hugging. Feet towards one another. Lift the back inner thigh and back hip. Draw the belly in and up. Heart extends forward. Beautiful. And then once again, send that breath all the way to the fingertips, to the back heel, to the hand beneath you, and the foot beneath you. Take a nice deep inhale. And then use your exhale. Turn the top palm forward. Release it to the mat. Step back. Downward dog. How's everyone doing? Good, good, good. Okay. Place the block underneath the right hand. On your next inhale, shift forward into plank. As you exhale, bend through the elbows, lower all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Tops of the feet down, hip bones down and forward. Exhale, downward dog. Beautiful. Switch hands, other side. Okay. If at any time too, vinyasas get too much, you don't need them. You're good where you are. You settle in what you need today. Good. Okay, I always find in my own body, when I start getting frustrated in my practice, I take a moment and reset. Okay, so let's continue. Bring the block behind your right hand. Okay. Once you have that set, extend the right heel to the ceiling. Lift the left heel as high as you can, and then place right foot on the block. That will help you. Okay, that left heel super lifted will help you. Good. Okay, everyone's set. Now squeeze the feet towards one another. Keep hugging, hugging, hugging. Right hip draws back, left hip draws forward. Slowly start to hover the fingertips off the mat. Hover, hover, hover. Now start to lift from the back of the heart. Take your time and rise up. Muscles will start to fire up. Once you're up, fingertips to the ceiling. It's almost like I made it. Okay. Really power the hands. All right, so spread the fingers. Everything is with intention. Good. Then once again, send the breath up, 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 up. Keep squeezing the feet towards one another. Keep the back heel lifted, back inner thigh lifted. Back heel. Yes, good. Okay, belly draws in and up, heart is lifted. Take one more breath here. And then as you exhale, palms forward, hands release to the mat, step back, downward dog, other side. So move the block to the left hand. Okay, raise the left heel to the ceiling and then step it mindfully on that block. Use the opposite leg to help you. Squeeze, hug, back heel lifted, back inner thigh lifted, belly draws in and up, heart extends forward. Hover the fingertips, take your time. Notice, explore. Draw that strength and playfulness from the block. Start to lift from the back of the heart. Take your time. Rise up, rise up, rise up, and then fingertips to the ceiling. Good. Beautiful. Activate the hands. Spread the fingers. Okay. But allow the shoulders to soften. Jaw is soft. Gaze is soft. Good. Breath is intentional. Okay. The body is full of intention in this posture. Okay, keep the back heel lifting. Keep the back inner thigh pressed up towards the ceiling. Front hip back hip forward. Okay, take one more breath here. And then use your exhale, palms forward, hands mindfully to the mat, step back, downward dog. Whew. Okay, block to the other side once again, right hand. Okay. Extend the right heel to the ceiling, step the foot on top of the block. Squeeze the feet towards one another. Use an inhale, rise up. And then use your exhale to settle for a moment. Good. Okay. Now on the block, we're going to revolve the back heel down and then open the arms parallel to the ground. Front hand reaching forward, back hand reaching behind you. Good. Okay. If shoulders are kind of iffy this morning, palms up, soft elbows. Good. All right. Now press into the outer edge of the back foot. Take the inner thigh towards the back of the room as you settle in through the front sit bone and bend into the front knee. Good. Okay, move the knee towards the right side of the room. Belly draws in, heart lifts, shoulders are soft. Okay. So we're going to transition now, all right, back to our high lunge. We're going to lead with the back hand. Sweep it down and around, lift the back heel. Fingertips to the ceiling. Take a big inhale here. Turn the palms forward. Exhale, plant the hands. Step back, downward dog. Block to the left side. Let's keep moving. Okay, so left heel to the ceiling. Step the foot on top of the hand, on top of the block. Back heel stays lifted. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Use that strength to rise up. Good. Revolve the back heel down. Okay, so warrior two legs. So make sure you've got lots of space between front foot and back foot. Good. Outer edge of the back foot presses into the mat. Inner thigh moves away from you. Front sit bone settles. Front knee bends and tracks towards the left side. Good. Belly draws in and up. And heart is lifted. Shoulders are soft. Good. Extend and reach the fingers away from one another. Good. And breathe. Okay, so we're going to move once again from the back hand. Sweep the hand down and around, lift the back heel, both hands to the ceiling, high lunge, and then palms forward, hands to the mat, downward dog. Okay, place the block behind your right hand. Don't move it to the side. Good. All right, right heel lifts, step. Okay, squeeze and rise up. One breath. And then use your exhale, open it up, warrior two, revolve the back heel down. Good. Okay, stay here, and on your next inhale, straighten out the front thigh. Good, so we're getting like a little break. And then as you exhale, bend. Do that again. Inhale to straighten. Exhale to bend. If at any times the arms get tired, just bring them to your heart. Good, and bend, and straighten. Good, and bend. One more time, straighten. Good. And bend. Okay. Move from the back hand, sweep it down and around. Come back to your high lunge. And then palms to the mat. Downward dog. Right to the other side. Okay. All right. So switch. Extend. Step. Okay. Squeeze and hug. Use that stability. Rise up. Once you're up, revolve the back heel down. Good. Arms and fingers extend away. Belly draws in. Now use an inhale. Straighten that front leg. And use your exhale, bend and lower. Again. And then we bend and lower. Good. We've got 3 more times that way. Okay, move at your own pace. Every time you lower, I want you to imagine like you're resetting all of that purpose into your block again through the sole of your foot. And then you're drawing everything back up again. Good. Once you've completed your 5th round, we stay. And then we sweep the back hand forward, back heel lifts, high lunge, turn the palms forward, and we release back to the mat. Oof. Good job, everyone. Okay, how's everyone doing? Good? Okay, we are going to put that together, all right? So block behind the right wrist again. Okay, okay. On your next inhale, reach the right heel to the ceiling. As you exhale, step the foot. Squeeze and inhale, rise up. Exhale, open. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Use your inhale, sweep the back hand around and up. Come back to your high lunge. Use the exhale to come back. And then inhale back into your downward dog. Use an exhale to settle and reset other side. Okay, so we inhale to raise the leg. We exhale to step through. We squeeze and hug. Use an inhale to rise up. we open up on the exhale. We use our inhale to straighten, and then an exhale to come back to warrior two. We float the back hand forward, and then we release the hands to the mat. Use an inhale to go back, and then settle, okay? Move the blocks around, or to the side, okay? Now we're gonna do that without the blocks, okay? I want you to work with your breath, all right? Bring the breath into it. We're going to move through this 3 times each side at your own pace. I'll be calling out cues, but you move at your own pace, all right? On your next inhale, right heel floats. As you exhale, you step. Okay, inhale, you rise up, squeezing the feet towards one another. As you exhale, revolve and open. As you inhale, you straighten the front leg. And then as you exhale, you bend. Good. Use your inhale to come back to your high lunge, and use your exhale to release down. Keep moving. Okay, find your own pace here. Okay, notice your breath. Make everything intentional. Good. Beautiful. So be really conscious of your breath. All right. Some of you are moving quite quickly, so try to slow it down. Okay. Good. Every time you rise up into high lunge, belly's drawing in, heart is lifted. Every time you revolve into your warrior two, you settle into that front sit bone. Good. Beautiful. And then when you come back to your high lunge, it's full of purpose. And then you plant the hands with purpose. Good. Beautiful. Notice how things are firing up. Okay. I think everyone has like one more each side. Once you've completed, okay, your last round on the left side, all right, we'll meet and stay in downward dog. Feel free to take child's pose for a couple breaths to reset. Beautiful. Okay, super intentional. Back heel stays lifted. Okay, as you come up, be really conscious of as you're moving. So bend and move. Good. Now sweep the back hand. Sweep the back hand. Back heel lift. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Good. Palms forward. Hands to the mat. Beautiful. Good. And rise up. Oh, reach. Yes. Open it up. Good. Everything with intention. Everything with purpose. Okay. And then we settle in downward dog, and we let all of that intention and purpose, okay, find a space in the body. Let yourself settle. Good. Let the breath come back. Okay. How's everyone doing? Good? Okay. Let's play with the blocks a little bit more. All right. So bring the block halfway up your mat. Let's get a little funky. See what happens. Okay, on the right side. Sorry, halfway up your mat on the right side. Okay, raise your right heel to the ceiling, and then step the foot on the block. So you're going to get kind of funky. You'll probably have to come up on your fingertips. Good. Now come light on the fingertips. Okay, and then start to shift the heart forward. Notice how now the back foot gets light. Good. Stay with your fingertips to the mat. Okay. Start to float through the back foot and lift the foot away from the ground. Lift from the inner thigh. Good. And then release it back down. Okay. And then again, lift. So we're staying with the bend in the front knee. Okay. And then lower. Good. Let's do that 3 more times. Lift. Keep the toes pointing down towards the mat. Okay. So we don't lift from the hip. We lift from the inner thigh. Good. Okay. And let's do one more time. Keep the leg up. Okay, reset the toes. So baby toe points down towards the ground. Front knee stays bent. Okay. Keep lifting from the inner thigh. Now start to hover the fingertips. Hover, hover, hover. Woo. Okay, so we're barely touching. Okay. Once you lift up, all right, it's a different sensation. Barely touch, barely touch. Good. Take one more breath here. And then use an exhale. Replace your hands. Shift your heart back to plant your back foot. Okay? And then step back. Down dog. Shake that out. Let that go. Okay, other side. So place the block halfway up. Okay, step the left foot. Okay, onto the block. So halfway, Marie. More back, yeah. Okay, same, Galit, more back. Even Chloe, more back. Yes, you want to be in this weird kind of funky, yeah, crunched up. All right, keep the bend in your knee. All right, come onto the fingertips. Start to shift your weight and heart forward so that the back foot gets really light. We don't move yet. We keep the bend in the knee. The leg isn't lifted. The leg isn't lifted. The leg isn't lifted. Yes, good. Okay. Now stay on the fingertips. Keep the deep bend in your knee. Lift from the back inner thigh to lift the leg and foot off the ground. Good. And then tap it back down. A light tap. Everything with intention. Okay. So some of you have straightened that front knee. I want you to bend, bend, bend. So deep bend, deep bend, deep bend, deep bend. Good. Keep this straight though, but stay with the deep bend. Good. Okay. So if you notice that you're straightening out that front leg, let's do 2 more. Left side can always use a couple more rounds. Keep that bend. Good. Okay. And then on your last one, keep the lift. Okay. Reset the foot. So baby toe turns down towards the mat. Okay. The knee is still bent on the supporting leg. Don't straighten the leg. Okay. So leg is lifted. Everyone's like, brrr. It's like, brrr. Yeah, you're burning the leg out. That's okay. It can handle it. You got it. Okay. And breathe. Breathe. Good. Try to lift from the inner thigh. Now hover the fingertips. Hover, 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 hover. Hover, hover, hover. Hover, and then release. Shift your weight back, and then release the foot, bend, pedal, whatever you need to do. Reset the body, okay? Tap back into that strength. It's there, all right? It's there. We good? Okay. All right, place the block now behind your right hand. Okay, we're almost done, everyone. Okay, you guys are, you're all doing amazing. Almost done. Behind the right hand. Okay, okay. Float the right heel up to the ceiling. Keep the left heel as lifted as you can, and then step the right foot on the block. Good. Squeeze the feet towards one another, and then rise up from the back of the heart. Bring the hands to the heart. Okay. We just played with Warrior 3 variation. Okay, I want you to keep the bend. Okay, start to shift the heart forward, shift the heart forward, shift the heart forward. So I'm hinging at the hips. I know the leg is going to talk to you. It's going to have like a massive conversation with some of you. Enjoy it. Talk to it. Say, I got you. It's okay. You can handle this. Okay. Keep the hands at the heart. Start to shift your heart forward. Come light on the back toes. Almost like you're rolling over the back toes. Keep sliding, sliding, sliding. Keep the bend. Keep the bend. Lift the back foot off the mat. Warrior 3. But keep the bend. Don't straighten. Keep the bend as deep as you can. You can keep the hands at your heart. You can fly them back, or you can reach them forward. Bend, bend, bend. Front knee bends. Yes. Okay, good, good, good. Try to bend maybe a little bit deeper. And then a little bit deeper. Like you're going down from the top of where we are to the bottom to leave for your break. Okay, now release the hands to the mat. Shift your weight back. Plant your back foot. Step back. Down dog. If you feel a vinyasa, take it. Otherwise, let's do the other side. Okay, so switch. Block to behind the left hand. Okay. Raise the left heel to the ceiling, step and plant. Back heel stays lifted, inner thigh stays lifted, squeeze, 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 and come up. Okay, move from the back of the heart, good. Okay, hands to your heart. All right, imagine that block is back here again. All that you filled with, bring it into your heart. Okay, now start to shift the heart forward, move it forward, hinge at the hips, hinge at the hips, hinge at the hips. Good. Now, keep shifting forward so the back foot slowly lifts, and then begin to create space between back leg and your mat. But keep the front knee bent as much as you humanly can. Good. Belly draws in, heart extends forward, hands stay at the heart, or fly them back or forward. Okay, but make sure the back foot toes point down so that the hip stays down. Woo! Try to bend a little bit deeper. A little bit deeper. Oh, even deeper one more time. And then release the hands. Good. Shift the heart back. And then come off your block. Downward dog. Hi. Hua. He. We good? How fun was that? Okay. Everyone's like, if we yell out enough, is that it? Will she be done? Oh, no. Okay, one more. I promise, and that's it. Right heel to the ceiling, step the foot on top of the mat. Okay. Come on to your fingertips right away. Shift the heart forward, back foot lifts. Okay, lift from the back of the heart, bring the hands to your heart. Good. Okay, now keep the bend and slowly lift from the heart, lift the heart, lift from the heart, lift from the heart. Start to sweep the back foot through. Good, and then cross it over. Wah, the top leg. Good. Okay. Squeeze the inner thighs, inner shins towards one another. If you can get the bind, get the bind. Otherwise, stay where you are. You can stay with your hands at your heart, or give yourself a little hug, or cross the left arm underneath the right. Coming into eagle. Good. Once you're in eagle, okay, lift the arms away from the chest and then press the forearms away from the face. I'm going to try not to move so I don't distract anyone. Good. Let the shoulders soften. Good. Okay, let's see how it is to unravel. Okay, we're going to unravel with control. Let the arms go first. Maybe bring the hands back to the heart. Start to lift the top leg. Start to shoot it back. Extend, extend, extend. Heart lowers, heart lowers, heart lowers. Shift the weight back. Hands plant, toes plant with control. And we step. Yes. Woo! Okay. Other side. That was a new one. You guys haven't done that one before. Okay. Other side. These guys have taken my block class a million times. Okay. So step. Okay. Left foot. Okay. You can always do this without the block. All right. Keep the bend. Start to shift forward. Hands at the heart. Back foot lifts, coming into warrior three. Now, start to lift from the back of the heart, sweep the back leg around, keep the bend in the knee, and then mindfully cross. Yes, good. Okay. Once you have that cross, squeeze the inner thighs towards one another. Squeeze the shins towards one another. Good. And then right arm underneath the left elbow if you took the bind. Once you have the bind, lift the arms away from your chest and then move the forearms away from your face. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. So we don't straighten out, just a little bit. Good. Breathe. Let the shoulders, okay? Let the shoulder blades slide down the back. Belly's drawing in. Good. Okay. Let's unravel. So unfly and unravel. Bring the hands back to the heart. Unravel the leg. And then start to shift it back, shift it back, shift it back. Start to hinge, hinge, hinge. Release the hands, release the back foot, and step back. Woo! Good job. Oh my God, you guys did so good. So good. Okay. Whew. We good? Yes? All right. Okay. So from here, okay, lift the hips, lift the heels, tippy toe the feet halfway up the mat. Turn to face you, and then walk the fingertips to the feet and release the heels for a moment. Let's take ragdoll. Hold opposite elbows. Okay. Let your body settle. Okay, good. And then switch the cross. Switch the cross of the arms. Lovely. Okay. All right. Release the fingertips to the mat. Okay. Begin to lift the heels and bend the knees, bend the knees, bend the knees until you come into a little baby squat. Good. Okay. You can start to snuggle the feet towards one another. That was my bad to not cue that before. Open the knees. Okay, good. And then begin to walk the hands forward. Okay. Once they're forward, don't get caught in how far I can reach them. Right? Because I want you to use your hands, use your fingertips to the mat to try to press the mat away from you to take your sit bones back. Good. Once you have that, release the head towards gravity. Soles will come down depending on the person. Okay, it's not going to be accessible for everyone. Beautiful. Okay, send your breath into the back body, the sides of the waist. Okay. And we stay with that intentional breath. Beautiful. Good. Okay, take one more breath here. And then begin to lift the gaze, walk the hands back, okay? Gently close the knees, good, okay? Bring your hands to your thighs, all right? Pick a spot to focus on, and then gently slide the thighs forward. This will bring your chest away from your legs. You can keep your hands at your thighs or bring your hands to your heart. Take a moment here. Just notice and settle. Good. Beautiful. Release the hands, okay? Start to shift your heart forward. Your knees will draw back. Plant your fingertips, walk them forward, and then come onto your knees, okay? Keep the toes tucked under. I was gonna say back toes, but we don't have any other toes other than back toes. And then bring your hips to your heels. Just for a moment here, okay? We work the feet a lot. Let's take a moment, okay, and stretch out those spaces, okay? This is always an experience for me every time I take this posture. All right, let yourself settle. Okay, maybe come to that mantra, soft. All right, okay, just notice whatever you notice. Good. Okay, let's begin to release. Whew. Plant the hands, untuck the toes, and then just take a moment. Let that go. Yes. Okay, go ahead and shift the feet to the side. And then bring the feet in front of you. Okay, keep the knees bent. All right. I'm going to face you. Take the feet wide. Okay, good. All right, and then bring the hands behind you. Good. We'll just gently start to shift the knees from side to side. Okay, go to whatever works for you. Okay, if your hips lift up, that's okay. Good. Beautiful. Good. All right. And then whatever side you go to next, stay on that side. Okay. So allow the outer knee to settle, the inner knee to settle. Okay. And you're still going to keep the hip lifted. We're not quite going into deer. Keep the hands behind you and then gently lift the heart. Good. Beautiful. Okay, allow the heart to soften, come back through center, and then go to the other side. Same thing, you may have to reposition the hands, and then try to lift the heart like you're getting a little kitty cat arch in the back. Good. And then come back to center. Good. Okay, readjust your feet, readjust your seat. Make sure you have a block beside you. Okay. Bring the block with you and lower all the way onto your back. Good. Okay. Once you're on your back, all right, keep the feet to the mat, keep the knees bent. Okay. And then we'll place the block, okay, baby bear or mama bear side, widthwise underneath the sacrum. Okay, so lift the hips, find your placement. Good. Okay. All right. If the block feels a little bit unstable, I'm going to give you this one. Okay. Readjust. Keep your left foot where it is. Keep your left knee bent. And extend the right heel to the top of the mat and release it. Good. Okay. And then allow the right foot to release out to the side. Good. Okay. Arms can rest alongside the body. They can come out to the side. You can bend the elbows and bring the fingers behind you. Vito was very excited for you. Good. Okay. Come back to your breath. So exploring, opening into the front of the hip, into the outer hip, the inner hip. You may feel something, you may feel nothing. Okay, both spaces are amazing to be in. Good. Let's take 3 more rounds of breath here. I want you to focus your breath on being in your natural rhythm. Once you've completed those rounds of breath, okay, gently bend the right knee, place the foot to the mat once again. Okay. Shift and resettle, and then extend the left heel away from you. Release the heel to the mat and allow the ankle and foot, inner shin, inner thigh to release into gravity. And once again, settle. The back of the arms, the shoulders. Let everything soften and settle. And notice whatever sensations you notice. Still tapping into the elements that you placed inside the block. Allowing the fluid and buildup in the hips to release. Okay, stay here for 2 more rounds of breath. And then once you've moved through those 2 rounds, gently begin to bend the left knee once again, place the foot flat to the mat. Okay. And then you can stay with the height that you're at or readjust. Okay. Take the feet a little bit wider than hip distance and allow the knees to release towards one another. Good. Okay. Arms can stay as they are. You can reach the arms behind you, bend the elbows. You can place the hands to the heart, whatever feels good to you. Find places where you soften. Let the jaw be soft. Let the cheekbones, eyebrows, and forehead be soft. And let's settle here for 5 more rounds of breath. And then once you've moved through your 5 rounds of breath, you can reset the feet so that they're more in line with your hips. Use the feet to gently lift and peel the hips away from the block. Okay, move the block out to the side and allow your hips and sacrum to settle. Okay. Once you settle back to the mat, allow the knees to windshield wiper to the side. Take a couple movements, one side then the other. You can butterfly them open and closed. Good. Beautiful. And then begin to come back to center. Draw the knees towards your chest. Give yourself a little hug here. Good. Okay. Maybe rock around, massage the spine. Come back to center. Open the arms out to the side and allow the knees to release towards the mirror. Good. Let the top thigh and foot get heavy. Allow the opposite shoulder to get heavy. Send the breath into both the right and the left parts of your body equally. All right. Use an inhale to draw the knees back to center. Use your exhale to recenter yourself, neutralize your spine, and then release the knees to the opposite side. Okay. Head is wherever feels good to you. Okay. Tip of the nose facing towards the ceiling, tip of the nose turning towards the mirrors. And breath moving equally and evenly throughout the body. And on your next inhale, draw the knees back to center. Give yourself one big kind of hug here, almost like you're giving thanks to your body, and be kind of drawing all the energy that you created into your body. Good. And then when you're ready, begin to shift your body into your Shavasana. You can place a blanket over your thighs. It's a nice kind of grounded weight to give your body. Let yourself settle. Taking this time to revisit that purpose, that intention, revisit your Dharma. Begin to bring your awareness back to this moment, back to your breath. And with that awareness, begin to invite movement back into the body. And wiggle through the fingers, the hands, the toes and feet. You can stretch the arms behind you and begin to draw the inner shins and inner thighs towards one another. Begin to bend the knees and come to rest on your left side. Let yourself settle here for a moment. And take this time to revisit what you accomplished. Revisit the energy you created, the strength you explored, the movement that you played with. Create space for all of that. So that your purpose, your dharma, your intention becomes stronger, becomes more mindful, becomes a part of your movement, your bones, your blood. And using your hands for support, begin to bring your body back up. Find your seat. Bringing the palms together in front of your heart. Sealing in this practice, sealing in this movement and energy, and sealing in your purpose, your intention, so that it supports you as you move off your mat and into the rest of your day. You can begin to blink open the eyes. Thank you so much. Thank you for playing. Thank you. Thank you. Oh. I got claps today. Thank you all so much, for exploring. All right, I hope you enjoy.